is 4:07 p.m. of February 21, 2025. This should be part of the rest of relaxation series, but I have actually like way beyond level of I have strayed from my goals, and the objectives of the challenge have been defeated. I've been going a lot on social media again. Still, and I think the only thing that's left from like the challenge that I still somehow have upheld is the awareness and perhaps like the slight tact. Like, although I do like scroll through social media, okay, like just earlier I deleted Instagram finally from my phone again, and Facebook, because I installed it after coming home because I wanted to like give some updates on where I was, because I feel like it was, sayang ang opportunity nga na ako like balay, and then I don't know actually what the point of that was, to like inform people. Like maybe one is to like meet old friends, which I was able to do somehow, and was able to inform them, which is okay. I think that's a good thing, because that's what social media is for. And this whole challenge is basically, the point is to rethink about how I'm utilizing the platform. Like, am I utilizing it just for escape or like wasting time? But if I am utilizing it for like keeping memories and not getting distracted, because when I have something to restory, I restory it, but then I archive it, because there's a chance that if I don't archive it, people will interact with it, which will then lead me to viewing who interacted with it, and like if there are replies, I will most likely have that in the back of my head, so I'll be checking my phone or the app every once in a while, which destroys the momentum. So I kept archiving the restories. But also I have this like thought about, like, if I was not in the challenge and this was like a normal, because maybe the point is that I wanted to develop a normal relationship with this application, and by doing all these things like the archiving and stuff, it means that obviously I'm still not normal about it, because like maybe if I compare it to how I used to interact with this social media thing, is I would just be not nonchalant, but like I don't care about it too much, like if I post something, maybe it will like take up some time of like curating what will be in the post and how it will be worded out, or just in the process of making it. But before, when it would be posted, actually I'm not very aware of how it was before, but like in retrospect, like right now, just thinking about it, I cared about it less, in the sense that like, well, maybe it depends on what era I was, because if we refer to the era of me having no phone, or like the time when I was just beginning in the I just had my phone, and like it was in the pandemic or before the pandemic. Okay, I think about actually before the pandemic, I really was not on social media. Like I was so inactive, and then my friend would actually ask me before if I was still using my Instagram, because he was deleting or like unfollowing people, basically doing the whole I forgot what the term was, but you weed out basically your followers and who you're following, so like you have a more intentional, I guess, feed and account. Because I think I had an idea about that before, about like that being like so fake. But then like when you get older, you kind of realize that there's a reason why they allow you to do this, like aside from the fact that they might be trying to control you to stay inside this digital world and make it more favorable for you or make it more appealing to stay. Aside from that fact, you can also like always like shift the mindset or perspective of like these tools are there in order for you to benefit from, and not necessarily to keep you jailed inside this four walled prison of a screen. And it's really up to you, honestly, like how you develop this relationship with the digital device. And it takes a lot of practice, which I am still trying to do. I'm still trying to do it. I feel like I'm failing, but at the same time I'm still in the challenge, so I have not, the challenge isn't over. Basically, I still have March, April, May, June, 4 more months to prove that I am capable of rewiring my mindset on social media and the digital world, and that I can actually have a healthy relationship with these tools. Okay, I think that's the goal for me, not to develop a habit or to undevelop to cancel the habit of doom scrolling, and instead having more intentionality, is that a word, in creating for a platform, or not even for, it's like creating and sharing it with more people, because I think that's really the point of having social media, basically to socialize, right? To share a message, to interact with the world, with your friends that are not necessarily within your direct geography right now. So I think, yeah, like that's how it should be. What's happening now is that I still share posts on Facebook. I've started sharing, oh, I'm so loud if the aircon's off, but like I've started sharing posts on Facebook. I haven't shared anything on Instagram, although I have been liking and saving, and I think just earlier I've started sending reels. No, not just earlier, but I think to Athena it was just earlier. Like I started to send reels again on in DMs, and yeah, basically that's a telling sign that okay, she's off her challenge. But I think people, obviously people don't know that. I haven't addressed it in my close friends or whatever. And I also feel like there's this notion of how me being inactive, I feel like lurking. I'm basically lurking inside the app. Like I see people's stories, and not really stories. Okay, this is another thing that I don't really try not to do too much anymore, is that stories, I don't like tap 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 tap. I mean, I still do, but like I catch myself and then I stop, because I know like, oh, okay, what information am I even seeking? Like maybe every once in a while I would tap on someone's story because I know that like I'm interested in what they share, and example for celebrities. But then I also am like hesitant, for example, in looking at stories of the people that I don't necessarily am interested in the sense that they are so like distant from my life, like they're old friends, and at this moment in time I'm not that interested in like knowing about them. That's harsh to hear, but like it's true. And I think that should be the basis of how I should weed out my following. But also, it's still good. Like, this is my personal philosophy about weeding out following. Like, my list of following is that, okay, my list of following consists of old friends, like mutuals I've met, like online friends basically, people that I actually am interested in, like their content and the art they create on social media. I like the content that I love to consume. I follow them, like especially the artists. Like I think that's the main that I'd like to keep, because you know I want to, like, when I scroll through my Instagram, I'm not like stuck in, like, because when I see art or like any form of content that energizes me, it makes me like it makes me, what do you call that, it takes away my, what do you call that, it takes away, I don't, another thought passed through my head, that's why I forgot. It basically doesn't allow me to settle. Like, it makes me giddy, it makes me want to make something, basically. Like, I see someone making something and I'm like, I can make something if I just stop staying here, you know? Like, because this is the thing about me. When I read a book, because my main art is writing, I know that, like, it is. So when I read a book, most of the time I can't finish a book, because then when I read something so good, I'm like, damn, I should start making my own. Like, I know I can make good art, and I can, like, I have all these ideas and I just am so lazy to put them all together. Like, I say that I don't have time, but it's really just because I don't make time. And so, like, you know, that when I follow artists or like people with the same interests as me, I'm like, damn, I wanna immerse myself in that more again. And aside from that, I'm also, like, into media that's like culture, popular culture, like film pages or art pages, or like those stuff that basically just the same as, like, my interests, but rather than being new creations, they're like inspirations for me to, like, bank on, like, so I can see, like, oh, this is a good film recommendation, or like, oh, this celebrity said something so nice, I want to, like, incorporate that in my life or whatever, stuff like that. And then, so what did they tackle? Like, old friends, of course there's family. I mean, not all family are in my following list. It's more of those, like, they followed me, so I followed back, and I never unfollowed, unless if I know that they're inactive, or if, like, their content is really old. So yeah, that's, I unfollow them. But there's, like, but it depends still, because because you're gonna meet in a reunion and they're gonna be like, oh, you're not following me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But I think that shouldn't be a reason. Like, to be honest, I feel like the good reasons for following people are those that, like, inspire me, because they inspire me not to stay in the state pay I mean, not to just, like, oh my god, it's raining. Anyway, yeah. And then I feel like it's also a good reason, a good idea to unfollow those distant people, like the people that I don't really care about, but because they followed me and I followed back. But also, I can't help it, because I don't know the reason. It's just that, like, we know each other, so okay, I'll follow you back then. And then, I don't know, maybe, okay, this is the thing though, like, if I still slightly, like, okay, I'm okay with their content, or like what they post or share, then I can, like, it's like tolerating. It sounds so bad. Like, honestly, I hate how, not hate is a strong word, but, like, I know how not good not good I am. What the hell am I saying? Not so good at being tact. And that's a thing that I'm working on. Like, I keep working on that. Like, it's so hard to be tactful. personally. I feel like because I'm still in a like transitional phase where I'm dealing with the balance of my personality and wait, no, I mean the balance. Actually, the transition phase has been going on, but I think that it never goes away, or like there's still, there's always adjustments being made, like my shy era to the era of like being outgoing. And I mean, I think being outgoing, it's always been inside me. It's just that before I would be not shy. Actually, shy would be in my grade school years. I think in my high school years, I was beginning to like branch out from the shyness, especially in like grade 7, grade 8. I was just sad. Like I was really sad. So yeah, but by grade 9 to 10, I think that's when I branched out, and that's when I started to like, I don't know. I think those were the most like formative actually years of my life. Like if I think about it, like if I really think about it, I've learned so much by in grade 8, grade 9. And I'm not sure if it's because I studied in a Christian school and I think it's because of the vastly separate, distinct culture from where I was from and from where I was then. Like the way the school curriculum was, or how the people responded in a sense that like with ideas, I mean, because it's different from being in a Catholic school. Not really, we weren't really that Catholic, but like, it's Catholic school and a Christian school. And I know being a Catholic is also being Christian, but there was like a distinction in the Christian school, because they're not like Catholic. They were like, was it born again or Baptist? I forgot. I'm so sorry. Basically, it was a School of Tomorrow curriculum, and then yeah, like I learned so much, and I had a lot of worrisome thoughts back then, and I think they never left. They've just like evolved. Oh, the air condition's back. I need to turn it off. So we're silent. Not silent. Also, I made trail mix because we're going hiking tomorrow and then until Sunday. And I actually, saying that now makes me excited about it. And I opened this up earlier in the office. I talked to Kuya Vince. Kuya Vince! Why did I say Kuya? But yeah, he's a Kuya. I don't know why I also like have the tendency to not call people like respectfully. It's not that I'm not being respectful, it's just that I feel like, I don't know. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's Vince. So basically, I talked to him and I was like, okay, he was sleeping. And I was about to say something and he was sleeping naman. I mean, I saw him like sleeping and I was like, but I already said something and he was like, what? And I was like, oh, never mind. Because like, I was supposed to yap but then, I saw him sleeping. So I was like, oh, never mind. Because you're sleeping, I'm gonna be yapping a lot. So he's like, then he was like asking about the gist, and then I basically told him how not recently, but like how I have the tendency to like worry about things or like make them obligations. Like this organization that I joined was for like me to experience something that is not only work related. Like I wanted to have an org where I could like actually immerse myself in an interest or a hobby, and not just like be in an org or a group where I am obligated to work or do some sort of job, because that's that's all I've ever known since first year, since actually grade 11, dog. Like ever since I stepped foot in this university, all I've ever been employing or immersing myself was in like orgs or groups that build my curriculum vitae, or like add to my credentials. but it's also not that I think of. It's more of like the experience that I get. Like, I feel fulfilled having to do a lot of work, because I feel like, ooh, I can, I have more experience. I can like manage around when I become old. Actually, I don't think like that. But now I think about it like that, like, oh, like if I look back, I think like that. But at the time where I'm like still in entering the organizations that I've entered, I would just think about it like, oh, experience. I think I wanna, explore curiosity as well. Like, I wanna like, and then also the opportunities. Of course, I'm like thinking about like, oh, I wanna like, I might like I'll get paid for this, or like, I get free stuff, or like I'll go to these events and I'll feel fulfilled. Honestly, because also another thing that's been on my mind lately. Well, those were like two diversions already. I was like, anyway. So like another thing that's on my mind was like, okay, I went to a loose event yesterday. It was like where these GMA reporters or journalists were talking, and it was like basically a master class. And then I cried, dog. I cried in my seat, bro. Cause I don't know. It was the morning, like after class. We went to class, and then after class there was nag-apas mi sa loose kay na ongoing pang talk. And then it was just an open forum na lang among naabdan. But still, in that open forum, a lot of things mentioned really touched my heart. Like, I was so, like, I think I'm gonna cry again right now. But I feel like time is running out, because if ma-off ni bitaw, feel like ma-off ni putol, and then maghang na po siya. Wait lang, actually, I'm gonna turn this off pagka 25, because I'm really scared na mahod na yung memory space, and then, yeah, magkarat-karat na po. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna stop it at 23 actually. And I'm gonna post like another part 2. Part 2! Actually, I'm gonna stop it right now. Okay, I'm gonna stop it right now. At 22 minutes. 3, 2, 1, 0. Bye!